All right, let's do this. Day 171 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. It is Tuesday, November 26, 2024, and I did not do the shipping. I only have a couple things to ship out. I'm going to do them in the morning because my day, I ended up working later than I had wanted, but I didn't even think I would get my listing boulders done, but I did. And so the shipping is going to be put aside because I figured the listing was more important. We did not meet our sales goal again for day 2 in a row, really low sales. We'll see. We'll see how this week shapes up. If things pick up, I sure hope so. We'll see. Doing all the things, listing some great items, and just keeping my head down and working to try to hit that yearly goal. And yeah, so I am a reset to zero, and joining me on the reset to zero challenge are Jill of Rusty Truck Relics, Jason the Santee Swapper, Char Fabulous Flamingos, Kathy Singz, Nick Mr. C Chats, Vanessa Brightest Holidays, the Diabetic Reseller, Judith R, Pam of Whimsy and Such, Carmen of Northern Bargains, and Becky of Becky Consigns, and Lee of Lee Phillips 4191. All right, guys, reset to zero. And I am kind of curious. So I am going to talk about, it was a pretty defining moment in my life. I can't say I've had too many like super defining moments, but this was absolutely one of them. And I've kind of alluded to it and just mentioned it very briefly. And it is personality types. It was finding out my personality type and just the impact that had on me. So if you haven't done the Myers-Briggs personality type, there are 16 different types, like combinations of personalities that they have categorized. It is not to put you in a box. It is more to explain maybe how you work. And I'm curious about the Reset to Zero challenge. Is there a certain personality type that maybe is resetting to zero and this is working for, or are we just all over the map with this? But it was a defining moment in my life because I had these quirks in my personality that I thought there was something wrong that people didn't really understand. I've talked about like how I'm slow to process and think and don't respond immediately to things. And when I took the test and I read it, I just was it really gave me a lot of insight into maybe why I do the things I do, that, there are reasons behind it. There are other people out there that have this personality type that, have some of the same traits, and it's not something is wrong. It's just the way our brains work and the way our personalities are. And I really encourage you to go ahead. I'm going to link up there's a lot of free tests out there. I like the one that's 16 personalities. That test. So you can do that for free. It will be linked up in the show notes here. Go ahead, do it, because it's going to give you insight into how you work best, different things to watch out for, some traps that maybe your personality type might fall into, and how to really hone in on your skills and really develop your talents that are, suited to your personality type. And it'll just make you so much happier to know these things and to be able to kind of identify them. I mean, you already know them, you know who you are, but to be able to really identify it and be given some definite guidance maybe on how to better develop those skills. There is a great video. If you are not familiar with, I still enjoyed the video, and I am familiar with the Myers-Briggs personality types. It's just a quick 5-minute video that explains basically an overview. So if somebody says I'm in EN TJ or something like that, you have a basic sense of what they are talking about. And I'm staying in my lane because I'm interested in how this plays into reselling different personalities. So if you want to do the test and pop your personality type in the comments, I love to know who is listening, and getting value out of the daily reseller reflections, how the personality type you think maybe plays into your reselling and how you work. And this is a topic we're going to get into. And yeah, tomorrow I will maybe talk about my personality type, but I want a couple of you to do it. Pop it in the comments. Let me know, or maybe I'll give it a week. I don't know. And maybe we'll chat about it a little in our mastermind first before I come on here and talk again about it. But go ahead, do your personality type, see how you work, see if there's any revelations like I had. It was so transformative. I'm curious if it will be that way for you. And there's different things. We've talked about the Enneagram before, and that's also a kind of a personality typing, temperament typing kind of thing. But we're going to keep that separate for now. I think it's a little more in depth than the Myers-Briggs personality test. And I think this is a great place for us to start. And hopefully we'll be able to tailor our work and our lives based around our personalities, our gifts, our talents. And I'm just curious to know what your experience is going to be on this. So I'm putting the link again in the show notes. Go find out your personality type. Maybe first watch the cute little video about what the different personality, what the 4 letters mean of that. And next time it'll be one of those things that you'll hear people say it more frequently, or talk about it more frequently, because there's a whole population of people that are completely obsessed with this, and ask it as a form of conversation. And yeah, so, or maybe you already know yours, and maybe you're already really into it, and maybe you can give me some insight into how it's helped you. All right, everybody, have an awesome night, no matter what your personality type is. And I will see you on day 172 of Reseller Reflections. Night, night.